negotiate something that's meaningful and something that's of value. To be able to do that, it's incumbent upon those folks that are doing it to ensure that they're representative of the community, that they've created forums like this one and the ones that we've done in the past to give the community an opportunity to express concerns, hopes, desires around the development, and to really go in with something that's meaningful and that speaks to the community and that really has that broad base support. One of the things I would also add, I think, about a community benefits agreement, and this is very true of the coalition that we're working with around this, is that there's a sense that working collectively will yield better benefits than working individually. So our coalition has groups that have a whole variety of sort of particular interests, whether it's environmental interests, whether it's housing interests, whether it's job interests, and there's potential, for folks to go along and say, well, maybe I can address my environmental concerns, as an individual organization. Maybe I can address my housing concerns as an individual organization. So work in a community as a coalition that's trying to do a community benefits agreement really requires a commitment to and a belief in being more effective as a whole. And what that means, obviously, is at the end of the process, we have to try to negotiate the best deal we can that addresses everybody's concerns. I don't think anybody, if any of you guys have been involved in negotiations, they say, a good deal is a deal that nobody's totally happy with because everybody has to feel like they've given up something of value. So we want to have an open forum. We want folks that have a stake in this process to really be able to shape it and to inform it. But I just want, none of us are going to come out of this 100% thrilled and feel like we got everything we possibly could have wanted if we came up with our dream list. So that's, I think, is just the reality of doing anything in this nature. And then the last thing I just want to touch on a little bit is, and this is probably self-evident from things that I've said already, but a community benefits agreement, that tool is a tool you only want to use in certain circumstances. I know from talking to the coalition, to the alliance, that there are folks in Yonkers that probably don't want this development under any terms. Or they want it, but they only want it that's so fundamentally altered that it's no longer the development it's supposed to be. And if any of you are those folks, or if you know those folks, that's fine. It's not my place to tell you that you're wrong or that's not right. But you don't negotiate a community benefits agreement at some basic level. You can't conceive of the development happening in a way that's satisfactory.
We're only referring to the historic development of benefits.
Yeah, that's what
phase one, right?
Yeah.
Phase one, good point.
Right, sorry. Matt, I should have mentioned that at the front end. So what that means is that, if folks ask us, well, are you guys for it or are you guys against it? I think the answer is it's not quite that simple. And the answer is that we think this development can happen in a way that will be a positive, beneficial thing for the Yonkers community. We don't think it's there yet. We want to get it there. We think we can get it to a place where it's a win-win situation for the developer and for the community. We think the things that we want are reasonable, they're attainable, and that's where we want to go. So we're not for it today at 3:09 p.m. In Yonkers, but we think we can get there, and we want to sit down with the developer and talk about some of the concerns and desires that we've heard from you guys and that have come out of these public forums, and we think that we can work with them and we can get to that place. So that's kind of the overview. I don't know.
One item I just wanted to add, and maybe Gavin's been involved, and we talked about the downtown Brooklyn and Yankee Stadium, maybe we can comment on that as well, is that the language is Yankee Stadium, and perspective, a view of it. But I think it's important is as Bernard alluded to, we spent about a year and a half learning about it, bringing people together, but this is not, we're not into a sales mode, because you see there is no community benefit agreement being handed out for you to say, yes, I support it, or no, I don't. What we're here is talking about, we've learned a bit more, we're pretty confident talking about it, but we're looking for more people to get involved, in many meetings. So it's not a sales job on the CBA. But maybe you could talk about, the Atlantic Yards has had people looked at it as something helpful. Some people said it was a sham. The Yankee Stadium one, was that a sham? Is that too strong a word, Gavin?
It depends on who's using it, I guess. Those aren't short. I guess those two examples really point to one of the things that I tried to stress, which is you don't want to do a community benefits agreement if you don't think the development can be good for it. And I will tell you, in terms of Yankee Stadium, Atlantic Yards is complicated. There are folks there who are important. You're from the city. Okay. I mean, there are very strong opinions on both sides of it, and we could probably talk forever about it, and I don't want to. That's not really going to help anybody here. I think Yankee Stadium is a great example of where you wouldn't want to do a community benefits agreement, because I will tell you the community around Yankee Stadium, around the new Yankee Stadium and the old Yankee Stadium, did not support Yankee Stadium. The agreement that was signed around Yankee Stadium does not have any community signatories to it. There were no community members that were involved in the negotiation. There were no community members that were involved in developing the agreement. And what it became in that instance was not a tool for ensuring that potentially good development was responsive to community needs. It became a tool for selling a development to the community and to the broader public. And so, I don't want to get into the details of it, but I think Yankee Stadium would be sort of the case study of where you wouldn't want to do it.
Great. I think, Vern, I'll make some notes. Do you have questions?
Yeah.
Just based on what you've heard so far today, we want to take questions from the group. Are there any questions that people have? We're going to write them down so that we can make sure that everything is not only addressed today, but if there's something, do that. Saw your hand first.
Okay, I mean, it's SFC. You don't see like them, okay, the community that they're creating within inside of the community. Okay, the community that's existing here now. Okay, nobody here can afford what's here with the footnote. Okay, even now, Getty Square, going up, fluctuating the people that are here, everything is moving up. Okay, so now, SFC is in a sense saying that they're going to develop a community within a community. The community that, okay. And now the floor is affordable housing. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, all right. The people on this side of Riverdale can't afford the $6 salmon that used to be $4. And you had a half of it. Okay, since they put this up, $4 salmon, steamed salmon, it's now $6. It's went to $7 since. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You're catering to the people here. So you're creating a community within a community.
Right.
Okay, and the community that's here is being pushed to just that.
Okay.
Okay, but how do we resolve that? I mean, with the people that are here, okay, I mean, but it'll be a little while.
Okay.
I think those are, obviously you don't need me to tell you those are valid comments and observations.